watching my video live right here on Mix TV. We're in Camp Spinoff at Ojai with the creator, DJ Tina T.
This week we have some of the most amazing DJs in the world. We have DJ Z-Trip, DJ Felly Fell, and Lil Jon. And right here we have the most amazing up-and-coming next generation of DJs at Camp Spinoff.
Here at camp. I wanted to come yesterday. Unfortunately, I was busy, but you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here right now. For a second, I want you to think about what made you come here. Was it the person that went last year and said, you gotta come again, so I have somebody to talk to? Is it because you want to learn more DJ skills? Is it because your mom and dad said, you have to go to a camp, I can't stand you this week? Or did you come here on scholarship?
No, I was the get the hell out of the house.
Get the hell out of the house. Whatever it is. That's a great reason. You could be anywhere where you're here. You know how many... I posted on social media that I was coming here, and everyone's like, this is the coolest thing. And I hope that all of you on social media are making everybody feel like they're missing out by not being here. And like participating in the social media challenge, doing creative photos, etc. in that way, all right? Every person that you meet, every event that you attend, every book that you read is a potential inspiration to the next step in your journey. So now that we're on day 2, I want you to think about all the experiences that you've had so far. Have you guys had a good time? That doesn't sound like a good time. You're on TV. Does that sound like a good time? I want you to imagine that it's Thursday and you're going home and you're packed up.
Then we're gonna cry.
And you're gonna cry. Think with the end in mind. I want you guys to think about the people that you want to meet. If there's people in the room that you haven't met yet, make sure you do that today. If there's skills that you want to learn, tell your counselors, I want to learn these skills before I leave. If there's experiences that you want to do, like learn salsa from DJ Amro, or if you want to do the zip line, make sure you make that on your list of things to do and accomplish it before you leave, or it's going to be Thursday and you're not going to remember to do that. All right, with that being said, how many of you guys are these people like this when you're at a concert or you're at a sporting event, always holding your phone?
That's me in class.
Well, I'm one of those people, or I used to be. See, a couple of months ago, I went to the Drake concert and I was excited. I stood about 40 minutes outside of the stage just filming him perform every song. I've known Drake since he was uploading free mixtapes on MySpace. Oh, that's part of my story, I didn't tell you guys. I helped launch MySpace.com back in the day. So,
that's why she gets mad when you make fun of MySpace.
yeah, don't make fun of MySpace, and you guys are all Snapchat generation. But for 40 minutes I stood there, and I was excited because I actually got this photo and video to post on my Instagram with Drake pointing to my camera. But the person next to me hit me and said, why do you have your phone up the entire time? You can watch this concert on YouTube later. And he was right. So I put my phone down and I was actually able to enjoy the experience after. Singing along, started from the bottom, now I'm here. So I want you to also, while you post that 1 or 2 photos, showing off that you're here to everybody that you're not here, put the phone down and be present. Again, because every book that you read, every person that you meet, every event that you attend is a potential inspiration to the next step of your journey. I'm here to talk to you about a different thing this time, because we talked a little bit about my career last time, but it's how to create a powerful video profile and take the next step, or the first step to a passion-filled career. How many of you guys know what your X Factor is? Kinda. How many of you know what an X Factor is? Let's start there. Yeah, it is. Aside from being a popular TV show about a talent show, an X Factor is something that everybody has, including all of you. Whether you want to be a DJ, a producer, whether you're on scholarship or you want to be in the music industry, an X Factor is unique skills or talents that set you apart from the rest. Why people would want to talk to you specifically, why people want to hire you, why people would want to work with you. As a brand or a business, it's their unique selling proposition. Why people would want to wear this shirt, why people would want to wear these shoes. Not just the how to use the product or service, but it's the why. See, we live in a digital generation. You guys know this. People get their news from Facebook. They get their restaurant recommendations from an Instagram photo, and you guys communicate over disappearing messages on this thing that I learned about called Snapchat, right? Brands know this. Brands know that they should capture X factors in a video. That's why they spend millions of dollars on commercials every year. They spend up to $5 million on a 30-second commercial during the Super Bowl. And music artists know this. How do you guys know this? What do they use video for? Music videos. They spend thousands of dollars on their music videos. They say 1 minute of video equals 1.8 million words. So why are we not using video for our own skills? Every phone has a camera phone in there. If you don't have one, somebody else has one. So as a musician or an artist or a talent, your X Factor video will contain footage of your talent. So it's playing piano, it's DJing, it's playing the guitar. For all of you that raised your hand today and said you wanted to be a DJ or you wanted to be a producer, if there's not a photo or a video of you producing or DJing on your Instagram, you're missing a valuable opportunity with people getting to know your skills. If you're a guitarist, if you're a singer, if you're an actress, etc. Individuals as well can utilize their X Factor through videos. So for example, if you're a physical trainer, you can show footage of you in the gym working out with people. Not just you working out, but you can actually get client testimonials talking about working with you in the gym. Or if you're a business or a brand like a realtor or a real estate agent, you can show not only the beautiful homes that you sell, but you can have client testimonials talking about how they utilized your service and not other people. We all know that there's a power of word of mouth marketing. Why do you guys buy something? Like, tell me about these Adidas that you're wearing. What made you buy these?
I've had these since I've been coming to camp, and that's like 3 years ago.
Right.
I don't remember why.
You don't remember why?
Probably.
They're cool, right? There's something that you saw. You're not wearing.
I didn't buy
Fila,
these.
but you put them on.
Yeah,
They're cool,
yeah.
right? Well, that's the power of word of mouth marketing. Imagine when somebody told you about a TV show that you wanted to watch, or a book that you should read, or a camp that you should attend. That's the power of word of mouth marketing. So imagine if you had a video of your talent coupled with word of mouth marketing or referral, how fast that can speed up in helping your career. I've helped dozens of brands find the right influencers for their campaigns. Small businesses win new clients. Festivals and TV shows book artists like a Kendrick or a Drake for their TV shows, and nonprofits raise money for their organizations, or people get hired all through the sharing of a video profile. Here's my story in a nutshell. Like a lot of you, I started DJing in elementary school. I love that feeling, and I don't know if you guys have this feeling as well, when you play a song and somebody runs up to you and they say, "What's the name of that song?" Or, I love that song too, because making people feel understood or happy because they hear a song as well made me feel excited. So when it came to deciding what I wanted to do as a career, I wanted to be a DJ. Or I wanted to be a VJ, actually. You guys remember VJs on MTV?
Yeah.
They would introduce music videos. So my mom wanted me to be a lawyer, but I wanted to be a DJ. So one day, when I was studying political science at a UC, I went to an audition for MTV. They had an audition to be the next VJ. And I made it to the top 10. But in the last casting agent's office, she said, "How tall are you?" I said, 4'11" on a good day, right, Candace? And she said, "You'll never be on television. You should try radio." You'll never be on television. You should try radio. So I went home, and I remember I drove through traffic. I was like, I'm so stupid to think that I could have a career that I was passionate about. I was actually going to go back to study law just to do what my mom wanted me to do, right? Until I heard what she was saying, and I paid attention. I put the phone down, and I listened to what she said. She said, "You'll never be on television. You should try radio." So what did I do? I tried radio. And from there, I started hosting and producing a radio show and interviewing a lot of new artists at the time. It might be showing my age, but it was like the Black Eyed Peas, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Common, etc. And I started learning that artists needed help marketing. So I started producing events with DJ Vice, with a lot of the DJs that also were at camp. So eventually I got the attention of these two guys that wanted to create a digital platform for artists called MySpace.com. So I spent the next 10 years at MySpace.com producing over 500 events with Jay-Z, Rihanna, Justin Bieber, etc. And I got the dream job that I wanted to. I wasn't an MTV VJ, but I was interviewing new artists, I was producing events, and also I was showcasing new music like I wanted to. But after that experience, after 10 years of being there, Liftoff Pictures asked, can I interview you? And I said, I don't do interviews on myself. Nobody wants to hear my story. They don't care. But I did. And you guys, at the end of this, you're going to see my own video profile. And I'm glad that I did, because once I did that interview and I created that video profile, I was able to show it to other people that I wanted to work with, including TV networks. So 10 years after they told me I'd never be on television because I was too short, I showed it to a TV network, and now I'm on DirecTV and Time Warner Cable, etc., on a show called My Debut Live. And now I get to interview artists that people your age are telling me about. So who's hot right now? Because my niece told me about Migos. We featured Chance the Rapper, Kehlani, Playboy Cardi. Brass we just interviewed. Who else?
Playboy Cardi.
Logic, we just had on the show as well. See, so now, utilizing this video that I thought was not important back in the day, and utilizing social media, which all of you guys can easily do, whether it's creating a video or posting a photo or utilizing social media, just sharing that with other people got me the opportunity and the dream job that I have now. So I want to talk to you about 10 things you should always do on social media. Number 1 is build relationships. Not just the people online that you kind of follow. You might follow a basketball player or a soccer player that you like, but everybody in this room that you've met in person, whether it's the counselors or each other, I hope that you're getting each other's handles. Because you're from all different parts of the country, and you can connect. And I know a lot of you, when you go home, you might be the only DJ in the room. And you try to talk to your friends about Ableton and about a Vestax, and they're like, what are you talking about? Can we just talk about TV shows? But the people that are here today, you can connect with on and offline. And share your content. Not just of, being in the pool, etc., but show your talents. You might not feel like you're at the best point that you can be in your career, but if you show your beginning skills, there'll be somebody that'll watch it and want to pay attention to you. And have a plan. You can predict what you'll be doing. Pre-write your captions. You know that you're going to be here for 4 days. And you can have a plan and know what you're going to post so that you can post a picture, post a video, and put your phone away and not have to continuously have it up. And focus on the platforms that you know that matter the most and that will reach the target audience that you want to. Remember, it's important to listen. Number 6, a conversation on social media is not just somebody liking all of your photos. It's you actually having a conversation back. It's DMing people. It's liking their photos as well, so you can keep the relationship and build the relationship. You can use tools like schedulers or Google. How do you utilize social media and learn for yourself on what's important and what you can use. Number 8 is most importantly to build your personal brand. I talked to a few of the guys earlier in our master class about building your personal brand. As soon as you walk in a room, head to toe, this is your personal brand. On your social media, it's your personal brand. So however you dress, however you talk, however you walk, that's your brand. What do you want to showcase of your brand on your social media? Make sure it's your X factor. You can integrate your skills, again, showing your new productions, showing your photography work, showing your singing, etc. But make sure to integrate your skills into social media so it's not just media that you're posting, but it actually benefits your career. And most importantly, log off and be present and have time to reflect. So again, I want you guys to think it's Thursday, you're on your way home, you got picked up, you're in the shuttle, you're shaking your head no. Sitting in LAX. Think about the opportunity that you have that thousands of people couldn't afford to come or couldn't be here, that all of you are in the room today. And all the relationships that you've built now that you'll be able to sustain in the future. Again, I started my career with DJ Vice, who spoke last year, and we didn't really know about promotion. We didn't really know. He was just starting out as a radio DJ. And he started producing clubs, but no one really came to the clubs. So he came to me and he said, how do I bring people to these clubs? You're doing this college radio show as well. I said, let's just have everybody celebrate their birthdays for free. And so people started coming and celebrating their birthdays for free with DJ Vice and I. And we would be happy because, we would make money just getting a percentage of the bar and going home with like $100. Like, yeah, we made it. And now he has $1 million contracts in Las Vegas. So the relationships you build today are going to sustain for the future. If you utilize social media in a powerful way, you can do these 5 things. Number 1, showcase your X factor or your talents. Is there anybody in here that knows what their X factor is now that I told them? What makes them unique? What makes them different from anybody else? Anybody brave to say?
I really like producing music, and I think I'm pretty good at it.
Have you posted anything on social media or shared with any of your friends or family?
Not really. I've done some stuff, but not a lot.
Right. I challenge you to do that. Even if you record it on your phone, share it with your family or your friends, and see what happens from there. I want you guys to all walk into a room and know what your X factor is. So somebody, when they ask you, whether it's a promoter or a DJ or a brand, they'll say, what makes you special? Why should I hire you? And you have an answer? Anyone else? Were you raising your hand? Well, it's pretty obvious by your attire, and it's personal brand. What's your that's it? What's your X factor? There we go.
I'm a people person.
You're a people person. Do you guys think that he's a people person? Yeah. You're such a people person that people feel comfortable in joking with you. Right? If you don't know what your X factor is, ask the people around you, ask your parents and your friends and your family, and they'll tell you. Yeah?
I have the biggest size shoe in here.
You have the biggest size shoe in here.
Yes, I do.
There you go. That is an X factor. What kind of shoes you wearing? Air Force Ones. That means you got style. It doesn't matter what size you are.
Just the hair.
Can you share with the group how they can utilize the connections that Camp Spinoff has? Brands like Pioneer, Electric, what's their backpacks, Reebok, that is their water bottles that they have. How can they utilize our network in order to grow their own while also getting the attention of these large brands?
Well, a great thing that you guys have this week that they created is a social media challenge. I know some of you are like, I'm not doing that, I'm just going to play it, right? But this is a unique opportunity that thousands of DJs and producers or just young people would want to get to these brands. A lot of these brands that sponsor like Stanton, DJs that have been trying to get their attention, but you guys have their direct attention just by being here because they're a sponsor of the camp. So by tagging them in the photo when you're utilizing their product, you could be somebody potentially that they'll want to sponsor and give free product to. By tagging, the water bottles, etc. You can create fun experiences with your friends, and maybe you have it during the water balloon challenge and you just want to show your friends that you're doing a water balloon challenge. But you're also able to enter the contest and experience that, and maybe potentially get the attention of that brand again who wants to work with you.
I started my music career, I'd like to call it my musical journey, in elementary school. I would listen to the radio and watch programs like Yo! MTV Raps. Hollywood Hamilton had a countdown show. And so every night on my tape recorder, I would record the top 10 countdown, minus the commercials, and I would bring it to my 6th grade classmates and play it at lunch. And I remember that feeling of somebody running up to me and saying, what is that song? Or, I love that song too. And it just gave me this feeling of enjoyment and knowing that music can really personify emotions, whether it's making you feel good or making you feel understood. I wanted to be a part of that process and in helping you recognize those songs that'll get you to that point. Radio Disney, Radio Express, onair.com were some of my first jobs until I found NARA, and I met the creators of MySpace.com, and they said, we want to create a digital social platform for artists. What are your thoughts? What are your marketing ideas? And I said, where do I sign up? I think the best part of my job was meeting artists at the beginning stages. You know, Justin Bieber coming to the office with his mom and, you know, playing a few cover songs, to a year later being on the red carpet with him at the Grammys and interviewing about the success that he just had, to meeting Drake when he was just uploading his mixtapes and giving them away for free and getting millions of plays and booking shows off of the platform, and then later being able to make him Rookie of the Year in partnership with BET. Those experiences and helping new artists that were so talented get to the next stage of their careers is always a memorable experience. Whether it's B.O.B., you know, helping him, you know, get booked for a TV show, or it's Kendrick Lamar, you know, working with him and booking his first national live stream performance, to a few weeks ago helping secure a headlining show in Hawaii for thousands of people. It was such an honor at 29 years old to be featured in Billboard Magazine's 30 Under 30 with people like Daniel Ek, the founder of Spotify, Cortez Bryant, the manager of Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, and Scooter Braun, manager of Justin Bieber and Tori Kelly. And to be featured in the Source Magazine's Power 30 with notables like Diddy or Russell Simmons, with the founders of MySpace.com, Krista Wolf and Tom Anderson, was something unimaginable. You know, we started MySpace.com with 126 registered hip-hop artists. Within 2 years, we had over 2 million. So to be in that issue with a lot of those notables really was a testament to all of our hard work. It's been so exciting to start my own company. There's so much clutter in the industry. It's hard to trust anybody. But what we can trust is a referral by a trusted source. So what we would do is help connect the dots with artists, brands, services, media companies coming to us and for a recommendation on who they should book, you know, for a live event or for an interview that'll help draw an audience to their platform. It helps foster collaboration, introducing artists to producers or an artist to a music video director. Whatever the end goal in mind, we help foster those relationships.